This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. Up to Tuesday indeed, and John Scalzi is in place in the Weather Center. Good morning, John.
Good morning to you both. We're having a kind of a cloudy start to the day. I think we're going to see better chances of rainfall over the next 24 hours, but today should be a fairly dry day. A lot more humidity in the air this morning. You may notice that. It's not going to be the best hair day, I suppose, possible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it. I actually don't have much of that problem, but we are going to be seeing, I think, rain showers come our way over the next 24 hours. Now, refining that forecast, we're going to give you complete details in a few minutes. Suffice it to say, a daytime high held down a little bit by cloud cover, hit 83 yesterday, but it'll still be on the warm side of average. Forecast details about that rain coming up in a few.
All right, thanks so much, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning. Looks like not a whole lot going on throughout Manatee County. There is a little bit of congestion on State Road 70 and 301. We do have a actual live look in that direction off of State Road 70 near Lakewood Ranch. Well, as you can see, there's a semi truck right there. There is a little bit of construction going on and some traffic picking up. There is an officer out there, not because of an accident, but more so just to keep an eye out for folks as they're traveling through that area with the construction work going on. So keep an eye out for that if you're heading out the door. Moving back to the maps and towards Sarasota County, all is quiet. It looks like if we are heading down throughout that direction, a little bit of traffic towards downtown Sarasota, but nothing to be concerned about. Moving towards South County, free and clear if you're making your morning commute out the door. Topping our news this morning, a woman charged with aggravated manslaughter in the case of her dead toddler will face a judge today. 4-year-old
Alexander Marr was found dead in his home 2 years ago. An autopsy showed the young boy suffered traumatic injuries to his head and torso. Diana Marr and her live-in boyfriend, Trevor Carterell, were both charged in the case. If Marr is found guilty today, she could face up to 30 years behind bars.
This morning, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is looking for your help to solve a home burglary case overnight.
It happened in Lakewood Ranch on Royal Calcutta last night about 6:30 p.m. Someone came in through an unlocked patio door and then smashed a sliding glass door to get in. The burglar then ransacked the master bedroom, taking jewelry and a pistol. If you have any information on the case, you're asked to call the Manatee County Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. Now to an update on a fatal crash in Sarasota.
This morning, we're learning more from the county's Sheriff's Department about how exactly it happened. They say a vehicle was traveling eastbound on Clark Road, approaching the intersection at Rockefeller Avenue. It was there that a pedestrian was walking southbound across Clark Road when the vehicle struck him. The pedestrian then landed on the roadway and sustained fatal injuries. The crash closed to the eastbound lanes around 8 o'clock last night. And today, a husband and wife are continuing to recover from injuries after what's believed to be an accidental shooting at their home in Sarasota. The police department says it happened off Signal Point Circle yesterday afternoon. That's when the husband and wife were cleaning the gun when it went off. Now, police say the husband was shot in the hand and the bullet then struck the wife in the leg. That case is considered an accident and is being investigated. Manatee County Sheriff's detectives remain dedicated this morning to finding a teenager they believe is involved in a Lakewood Ranch murder. Investigators say 17-year-old Alan Bailey is wanted for murder and armed robbery in connection to the death of Alexander Chirp. Deputies arrested one suspect in the case, 19-year-old Jose Hernandez, over the weekend. He's now behind bars facing those same charges with a bond set at $850,000. Chirp's body was found with gunshot wounds in the parking lot of Greenbrook Park in Lakewood Ranch on February 5th.
New this morning, Sarasota City Commission will talk about a new water taxi service to Bradenton Beach. If approved, the service would operate daily with round-trip tickets about $12 apiece. The city has been trying to find ways to lessen the number of cars on the road. The commission meets at 2:30 p.m. this afternoon. And speaking of roads, the city will also talk about new impact fees for developers. A possible plan involves charging developers a higher fee for projects that add traffic to the area. The fee would help pay for local roads, sidewalks, and bike lanes. The Sarasota Herald Tribune reports the so-called mobility fee could mean doubling or tripling most existing fees for developments. This discussion starts tonight at 6 p.m. at Sarasota City Hall. More solar power. FPL plans to build millions of more panels at 8 locations. The announcement came during FPL's solar panel competition yesterday. Each of the 8 solar panel sites would create enough power for 120,000 homes. That's each. FPL officials say they are good for the environment and also help save money as well.
The solar energy centers that we're building around the state are cost effective, which means for customers there'll be no net cost because they will pay for themselves in fuel savings.
The location of the new sites will be announced in the coming weeks.
With drier than normal weather on the Suncoast, the Forestry Service is increasing the risk for wildfires. We're now at a moderate risk and it could be raised to high risk. To help avoid any major wildfires, Sarasota County has held controlled burns on more than 30,000 acres over the last 3 years. Now, the Venice Fire Department says so far we've been lucky.
Lack of rain that we've had and the wind conditions it is now, and with the few cold fronts we've had through and the humidity went down, the increase in the fire intensity and the risk that a fire will start has gone up.
More burns are planned for the upcoming weeks. The future of our state's tourism agency may have some hope this morning. Florida House Speaker Richard Krikorin now saying he is willing to allow Visit Florida to remain alive, but only if it can survive off 1/3 of the funding sought by Governor Rick Scott. A House bill filed this week would place a series of new requirements on Visit Florida, and the agency would only receive $25 million. Governor Rick Scott requested $75 million of the state's budget go to Visit Florida. A representative for Scott's office called Krikorin's move a threat to Florida families that rely on the tourism industry. In a statement, Governor Rick Scott's office said more than 1 million Florida families rely on jobs in our tourism industry and are threatened with this massive cut. Unfortunately, some politicians don't understand that jobs are not expendable to families who have to put food on the table. Changes could also be on the way for a popular scholarship on the Suncoast. 2 legislators sponsoring companion bills now want to change the criteria for the Bright Futures Scholarship Program. They want to make it so that students must complete a minimum of 15 volunteer service hours each semester in order to maintain eligibility. The current scholarship renewal guidelines only specify requirements for credit hours and grade point average. A record number of manatees are being found here in Florida. Florida Fish and Wildlife announcing that its aerial survey located more than 6,600 manatees between the Atlantic and Gulf coasts. That's the most since the state began the census back in 1991. It's also the 3rd straight year that the manatee census has topped 6,000, which has allowed the federal government to downgrade the sea mammal's protected status from endangered to threatened because populations have rebounded.
If you're looking to make your big break in the movies, there's an event for you coming up soon. The Sarasota Film Commission's 3rd annual Six and Mix event will feature film and TV producers from New York and Los Angeles. They are visiting the Suncoast to give talks on the industry. The event will also feature a number of workshops in specific areas such as sales and special effects makeup. The event is March 1st at the Suncoast Technical College. You can buy admission on the Film Commission's website. You have another chance to enroll in the TSA Pre-Check Flyer Program. The Sarasota-Bradenton International Airport is hosting another enrollment period in March. If you're approved, you won't have to remove shoes, take out liquids or laptops at airport security points. The next enrollment is in mid-March. It's $85 for a 5-year pass. A lot of folks are doing this. I'm hoping so many do this that the rest of us can just breeze right through.
Yeah, there you go. That would be nice. Go get your TSA pass.
Right, please.
Well, a Suncoast girls basketball team preparing for the state semifinals tonight at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, during the day, the team will parade across the Bradenton Christian School campus before going off to Lakeland for the state Final Four. This is the girls' first trip to the Final Four since 2010. Last year, the Panthers boys basketball team won 2nd place honors at the same tournament.
And tonight, a chance to test your kosher cooking skills. The Shabbat of Bradenton and Lakewood Ranch is holding a cooking and tasting competition. Local chefs can enter kosher dishes to go before the judges, and they'll vote on those dishes and are looking for the most creative and tasty meals. Now, you all are invited to attend to help the judges taste those delicious creations for an entry fee of $10 per guest. Now that all starts tonight at 7:30. That food looks delicious.
I know.
Making me hungry at 5:10 in the morning.
Yes.
A lot of us around here could use a little chicken soup this
Yeah,
morning, right?
I know.
I heard the voices. That's right.
Yeah.
We have some changing weather coming up over the next 24 hours. Some rainfall in the forecast tomorrow, I think. Yeah, heavy at times, possibly. Still refining the forecast, but it certainly looks like it'll be a wetter day than it did 24 hours ago. So we've got some showers coming. Talk about it in a second.
All right, looking forward to it. Still ahead, a debate to eliminate a set of hospital regulations has instead led to an expansion, but some Florida legislators now firing back.
And later in the hour, some college students pushing for sanctuary measures on their campuses, but the state capitol is saying otherwise. Stay with us.
Agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500 starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Peace of mind is really crucial. The safety and security of this higher level of care, I think, is really important. Great nurses, great doctors, technologies that can really help when you are dealing with complications, high-risk newborns, or the infants that have medical conditions. This is the kind of care that we want at our public hospital.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at an air temperature that's coming in a little warmer than it was 24 hours ago, and the reason is that number right there, dew point value. It is rising, which means we have more moisture in the air and more moisture available to produce rainfall. That number will continue to rise over the next 24 hours as well. We're going to develop a more easterly to southeasterly wind flow, which is going to help bring the moisture our way. Right now, south-southeast, or east-southeast rather, at 63-degree air temperature, and we have a fair amount of cloud cover across the region. 64 Wauchula, Myakka, Lakewood Ranch, Parrish, Arcadia, 65 in Northport, Venice, Bradenton coming in at 63, 67 Longboat Key, and 66 in Inglewood. Temperatures held up everywhere by the cloud cover that we have around and by the increase in moisture. The cloud cover thickening across the region in the form of some high, thin clouds. We'll still get sunshine through these kinds of clouds. Right now, because we're using a infrared image, and the high clouds, the colder clouds appear brighter and whiter, the bite here is not as bad as it looks. We have a thin veil of clouds from which the sun will get kind of a milky appearance to the sky today, but still we'll get a fair amount of sunshine around. There are breaks in the clouds as well, so we'll see that. But as we progress into the next 24 hours, this low pressure area developing back to the west will advance in our direction and increase the cloud cover, lower the cloud bases, kind of block out a little bit of the sun, and tomorrow it'll be a cooler day. We'll have this little spin that you can maybe just make out in the atmosphere, kind of going like that just a little bit if you make that out. That's an upper level low pressure area that is supporting a surface low that all dives southward toward the state of Florida and brings us better chances of rainfall. Some pretty heavy rain falling around the Louisiana Delta region back toward the panhandle of Florida already today. Now this is going to take a little while to get here, even though it's not that far away. It's a slow moving system, and consequently I think as those rains move across our region, they may linger a little bit longer than, say, Saturday's rains did. These showers may come and kind of stay with us off and on, bringing bouts of rainfall, starting tomorrow afternoon and maybe lingering right through Thursday morning. So, the area of low pressure, now around the Louisiana Delta region, dives south. As it dives south, it gets closer to the state of Florida tonight. We'll notice some showers building out in Gulf waters overnight tonight. Those showers, heavy at times, computer models still tend to suggest will kind of lighten a little bit as they get closer to the coastline of the state. And then as that low kind of meanders across the state, you'll get this onshore flow wrapping around it, and the heaviest of the rain across the state of Florida may indeed be on the other coast. However, our rain chances have gone up a little bit as that low is a little bit further to the north today than it was yesterday morning, and consequently our rain chances, I would say, for a ½ inch to an inch, maybe even some isolated 1.5 inch rains, has gone up. Increasing cloud cover, higher humidity, rain tomorrow. Put the rainfall forecast at about 80% as that line of storms moves closer. Again, by tomorrow morning, you'll notice the line kind of breaking up a little bit as it gets closer to shore, with the heaviest of the rain probably over on the other coast. But we still get some pretty good pops of rain here and there through Thursday morning. For boaters today, southeast wind at about 10 knots. Not a bad boating day for today. Of course, those conditions will deteriorate tomorrow. 80% chance of rainfall tomorrow. That's pretty good. And then by dawn Thursday, it's gone. Sun returns, and the rest of the week looks fine. Back to you.
All right, good comeback. Thank you, John. Let's check the roads at 5:18 on this Tuesday morning. So far, so good. As you look up into northern Manatee County, let's look at State Road 70 there. The usual buildup begins early in the day at State Road 70 between 301 and 75. Let's go live now to that area. We've got a live camera at State Road 70, not too far from the interstate. Some flashing state trooper lights going on there right now. Not exactly sure why. We said earlier why that was going on?
Just to keep an eye out on the traffic in that area. No accidents at that time.
All right, there you go. Exclusive report. Back to the maps right now. You'll see a little buildup right there in 301 down by Talavast and the southbound lane. Farther south into Sarasota County. So far, so good. And we dip farther south into the South County area and the Venice and Englewood and Nokomis, Laurel area. No problems as you head out at 5:19 if you're heading out already on this Tuesday morning. For the past 2 years, state lawmakers have debated reducing regulations on building or expanding hospitals.
Now the debate has led to an expansion. The Certificate of Need regulatory process now includes nursing homes and hospice facilities. Even with this expansion, some groups are still against getting rid of the regulation. One of them is the Florida Healthcare Association. The FHCA says if the regulation is eliminated, there would be more empty beds in existing facilities. They say this could then affect operations in the state's Medicaid program.
It's not like nursing homes A is going to steal people from beds from nursing home B. Where nursing homes will go is they will have to fill their beds because you can't operate these buildings with low occupancy.
Meanwhile, Governor Rick Scott wants to take a more free market approach to health care, and that includes eliminating those certificates of need. Here on the Suncoast, a new medical center is now a step closer to becoming a reality.
Yeah, it's medical and also apartments. Our Rick Adams has more on the story from Palmetto.
This is land where a 3-story, 18-unit apartment complex could soon be built. It's located on an acre of land next to the Terracia Housing Development and Golf Club in Palmetto and across the street from Blackstone Park. Ariel Santana visits the park at least 4 times a week. She's happy to hear about the proposed plans for these apartments.
Yeah, I think it's really good, convenient. People, if kids live there, the park's right here. It's really close. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Someone who isn't too happy about these apartments is Palmetto resident Sean Doenberg. He lives down the road from where these apartments would be built and says the rural land in pockets of the city continue to disappear.
Shocked to see that Palmetto's getting developed big time. From when you should have seen it back in its glory days.
In addition to this 18-unit apartment complex, a 20,000 square foot 2-story medical office building is being proposed for about 2 acres of land just south of Haben Boulevard near the Bradenton Area Convention Center. City officials tell us these developments are great for the area, especially since the medical plaza will bring in more jobs.
There's a lot of growth going on in the state of Florida, in the Tampa Bay area. It really is about getting those quality developments.
For Dennis Doenberg of Palmetto, he's someone who works in the medical field. He's excited to hear about the proposed medical facility.
We need them. We need that kind of stuff here in Palmetto.
If all goes according to plan, work on both the apartment complex and the medical facility could begin this spring, with it being finished before the end of the year.
Now, both of these projects are scheduled to go in front of city commissioners for approval.
And those discussions would take place on Monday in Palmetto.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, are hover bikes finally here? The new video on the world's first one that you just have to see to believe.
Wow. And in the next half hour, a preview of spring training now just days away here on the Suncoast.
I'm Alan Cohn. The economic impact of red tide. As the algae lingers in Suncoast waters, fishermen are taking a hit. Find out what it means for you.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. How to be heart healthy at every stage of life. Plus, a local girl sings for Bon Jovi and Dulce Italia in the kitchen. Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get all the safety and security of a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Patriot for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Welcome back. It is 5:24 this Tuesday morning. The Pope now has a warning for young people about texting.
Details from Adrienne Bankart and Gio Benitez.
In today's Tech Bites, the Pope issues a warning about the dangers of texting.
The tech-friendly pontiff says texting during meals is the start of war, and he's urging teens not to bring their cell phones to the dinner table.
The Pope says people must communicate, not text through meals. So everybody, hands off your phones.
And you can get your hands on Snapchat's super trendy eyewear, no matter where you live.
For months, the only way to get the video recording sunglasses was to track down a roaming vending machine, but now you can buy them online. Price tag, $130. They're cute.
And take a look at this. It's the world's first manned hover bike.
This is the Scorpion 3. It has 4 blades like a drone that lifted off the ground. The Russian manufacturer says the goal is for it to be used as an extreme sports instrument.
All right, we're getting one.
Oh, you can have that.
Those are your Tech Bites.
That's all you. Have a great day.
Tech Bites, brought to you by Claritin.
Allergy symptoms distracting you? Doctors recommend taking non-drowsy Claritin every day of your allergy season for continuous relief. With Claritin, you get powerful non-drowsy relief 24 hours a day after day. And with fewer symptoms to distract you, you can focus on the extraordinary things you do every single day. Live Claritin Clear every day. For 1 week only, save up to $20 on Claritin products. Check this Sunday's newspaper.
Discover Card. Customer service? Ma'am, this isn't a computer. Wait, you're real? With Discover Card, you can talk to a real person in the U.S. like me, anytime. Wow, this is a recording. Really? No, I'm kidding.
100% U.S.-based customer service. Here to help, not to sell.
When did mixing food with not food become food? Thankfully, at Panera, 100% of our food is 100% clean. No artificial preservatives, sweeteners, flavors, or colors. Panera, food as it should be.
My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru True Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
I won Cash for Life from the Florida Lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony. We're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
There's a whole new way to bank at Achieva Credit Union with Achieva Checking Plus. Get new unique features like full ID theft protection and online shopping rewards. Plus, it's an interest-bearing account, so you have a little extra for what really matters. Achieva Checking Plus isn't just an account for your money, it's for your life, including cell phone insurance. And that's good to know. Discover the plus at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, President Trump standing by his pick for National Security Advisor. What you need to know about the man now replacing Michael Flynn.
New numbers on human trafficking may surprise you, and why some say the increase may be good news.
Plus, a long-standing battle for the death penalty in our state is ending with a unanimous court decision means for Florida prosecutions.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, up to Tuesday now, February 21st, 5:30. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Certainly some interesting weather patterns coming across our region the past couple of days. It seems like one day it's raining, the next day it's sunny, one day it's raining. You never know.
I know, and a big change on the way we're hearing. Let's get details from John Scalzi now.
Almost feels spring-like, doesn't it? In this dry season. I know. And by the way, the yellow you guys are wearing, very spring-like.
Thank you.
There we go.
That's our idea.
Yeah, uplifts the spirit. Looking at some rain showers moving on in, and the harbinger of that already visible on our satellite imagery is that kind of high, thin veil of clouds moving into the picture. Now, over the next 24 hours, we'll watch those cloud bases lower and the rain chances go up. In fact, way up. We're looking at a line of storms still back toward the Louisiana Delta region and a low-pressure area that are gradually drifting in this direction. They'll take about a day to get here, maybe a little more than a day, actually. But I think by the time we head into tomorrow afternoon, the rain chances will be much improved over today. Today, I don't think we'll see much in the way of rainfall. Daytime highs, though, still remain warm, though a little cooler than yesterday thanks to a little bit of extra cloud cover. Also, a little more humid out there this morning. You may notice that as you head out the door. Talk all about that forecast and the rain showers in just a few.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, John. Taking a look at your Suncoast traffic this morning. Picking up throughout Manatee County, but not a whole lot. No accidents to report. State Road 70 and 301 getting a little bit of congestion as it normally does throughout the morning. We do have a live look in that area near the Lakewood Ranch area. Obviously a very busy intersection there at State Road 70 and 301 throughout that area. So busy so that there are police out there just to, kind of keep guard of the traffic, keep an eye on what's going on, make sure nobody gets hurt. That is a construction area, so keep an eye out for the roadways, for the cars in front of you, the construction workers as well, and obey the speed limits. Moving back to the traffic maps, taking a look at Sarasota County, all is pretty quiet throughout the area. Traffic picking up in its normal spots throughout Fruitville, Bee Ridge, but in South County, all is quiet. Topping our news this half hour, President Trump is back at the White House after a busy President's Day weekend. With his return comes a new national security advisor as well.
This week, it's expected to roll out new executive orders on immigration, and it comes during nationwide Not My President protests. ABC's Kenneth Moten has more from Washington.
This morning, the president's pick.
He's a man of tremendous talent and tremendous experience.
Army strategist H.R. McMaster will get to work as President Trump's next national security advisor. The active duty lieutenant general and war vet is known as one of the Army's leading thinkers.
What a privilege it is to be able to continue serving our nation.
Trump's hire comes after the firing of Michael Flynn, who lied about sanctions talk with the Russian ambassador. The administration now forging ahead with new executive orders on immigration expected this week. A senior White House official says in the new draft, people from 7 predominantly Muslim countries targeted in the first order would still be banned. This time, Syrian refugees won't be automatically rejected. Green card holders and dual citizens of the U.S. in those 7 countries, exempt. The president's policies in first month in office sparked holiday protests. Not My President's Day demonstrations were held in dozens of cities.
I don't listen to anything he says. We're a disgrace now around the world.
Those global tensions felt in the UK Parliament. Lawmakers debated after nearly 2 million Britons signed a petition to downgrade Trump's upcoming state visit.
We should not be inviting him to preach hatred and to spread his bigotry, his misogyny.
The demonstrations here at home against Trump were mostly peaceful. In Oregon, protesters clashed with police who made several arrests. Kenneth Moden, ABC News, Washington.
In wake of President Trump's executive orders, some young people in Florida are now calling on immigration officials to leave undocumented college students alone. One organization at Florida State University is holding rallies on campus where about 10 members of the group Students for a Democratic Society stood up for the cause. They want students to vote to make the university a sanctuary campus during the school's upcoming student government election.
Obviously, administration can still deny the wishes of the student body, in which case it will be clear whose interests they stand with, and we're definitely going to speak out if they do go against the wishes of the student body.
While they support making the university a sanctuary campus just down the road at the state capitol, legislation has been filed to crack down on sanctuary campuses and cities. A bill known as the Rule of Law Adherence Act would punish local governments and universities that do not enforce federal deportation orders.
A new report shows an increase of human trafficking here in Florida and nationwide. The national hotline reports 7,500 cases in the past year. That's up about 2,000 in the past 2 years. The report ranks Florida third in the nation for the crime with over 500 reported cases. But those involved in the fight against human trafficking actually say those numbers might be a good sign. They say it means more victims are coming forward to get help.
It was out there anyway. They were just not being identified. They thought, this is all I am. They were dying on the streets. They were thrown as drug abuse or homeless and just lumped in this category.
Since 2012, Florida has ranked in the top 3 states with the highest crime behind California and Texas. Here's some positive news. Experts believe a rise in same-sex marriage may be impacting LGBT kids. A new study found that teen suicide attempts in the U.S. have now declined after same-sex marriage became legal. Experts say there might be indeed a connection to this.
New developments this morning involving the retired Tampa police captain accused of shooting and killing a man in a movie theater 3 years ago. A hearing is underway where a judge will decide whether Curtis Reeves can claim his actions fall under Florida's Stand Your Ground law. Authorities say the 74-year-old fatally shot 43-year-old Chad Olson because he was upset that Olson was texting during a movie. But the defense says Olson attacked Reeves first before he pulled out his gun to protect himself. If the judge rules Stand Your Ground does apply in this case, then Reeves cannot be tried for murder. Florida prosecutors can now seek the death penalty in ongoing cases despite a recent state Supreme Court ruling. The court has ruled the death penalty can be applied as long as there's a unanimous jury recommendation. Now, this comes just months after a court ruled a law requiring a 10 to 12 jury recommendation was unconstitutional. Just this week, the state Supreme Court also said other aspects of the law are constitutional and prosecutors can move forward in proceeding with capital punishment cases.
An NFL player whose football career is coming to an end hopes he will now be successful tackling crime, not quarterbacks.
Sheriff's office, come up with your hands up.
There you go. He's blitzing. Former Dolphin Kendall Langford has taken his time off this offseason to train with SWAT officers. He believes the idea of teamwork is vital for those in the field, whether it be on the football field or out on the town conducting police work. Langford's father spent 37 years as an officer, and he says it was always his plan B after he made it to the NFL. Good luck to him. A Major League Baseball player whose family was struck by a stolen police car last month is now talking about the incident for the first time. Sean Rodriguez was driving near his Miami home with his wife and 2 young sons when a stolen police car plowed into his SUV. His wife suffered several broken bones and their kids had to be hospitalized, but Rodriguez says he is grateful.
You definitely stare into, your kid's eyes a little more, into your wife's eyes, just definitely bask in that moment a little more, that you get to, see them and play with them and kiss them. So, yeah, there's definitely a level of appreciation you can't deny.
Oh, good for him. Glasses half full. The person driving that stolen police car was killed in the crash. As for Rodriguez, he suffered a torn rotator cuff. He's expected to miss at least the first half of the season due to that accident. Rodriguez played the last 2 years with the Pirates before signing with the Braves in November. And we are now just a few days away. Yeah, In the first spring games here on the Suncoast, the Baltimore Orioles will take on the Detroit Tigers in Lakeland. And on Saturday, the Orioles will go head-to-head with the Pirates at Lecom Park in Bradenton, no longer McKechnie Field. And that game will start at 1:05 also. And also check out these pictures that are making the rounds on social media, capturing the excitement of baseball. The Orioles retweeted these pictures of two young Oriole fans perched atop their bikes to get a peek at spring training on Saturday. It's like a Norman Rockwell painting, like a little kid peeking through the knothole in the fence, looking over the fence these
Probably
days.
so inspired by watching all of them practice. You can just see it in their faces, that little sparkle in their eye.
Yeah, I love seeing that. That's great to see.
Oh.
All right, 5:40 right now. Here's some local headlines at this hour.
The mother accused of killing her 4-year-old son will make an appearance in court today. Alexander Marr was found dead in his home 2 years ago. An autopsy showed he suffered traumatic injuries to his head and torso. His mother, Diana Marr, is charged with aggravated manslaughter. If she is found guilty today, she could face up to 30 years in prison. Water taxis may be expanding on the Suncoast. Today, Sarasota City Commission will discuss the service coming to Bradenton Beach. If approved, the service would operate daily with round-trip tickets priced at nearly $12. The city has been trying to find ways to lessen the number of cars on the road. The commission meeting begins at 2:30 this afternoon. And a superintendent in Sarasota County will be honored at a school board meeting today. Lori White has only 1 week left in office before Todd Bowden takes over. To recognize her for her work, the Arts and Cultural Alliance of Sarasota County will thank White in a presentation. Her last day as superintendent will be next Tuesday, February 28th. We'll have more details on the story and more local headlines coming up at 6 o'clock.
You know you've been someplace a long time, John, when you've been there for her swearing in and been there for her retirement as well.
It's true.
Right?
It's true.
True.
She has worked tirelessly for the kids, though. I have to say, she's a nice lady, too.
She's very kind, yeah.
Yeah, she is. We have showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for tomorrow. The rain chances are good. We'll talk about it in a second.
Still ahead, you work so hard to shed those extra pounds, and one simple thing you can help to keep them off for good. That's coming up next in your Health Smart.
Your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Once upon a time, there were children who didn't know the magic of books. They didn't have stories to introduce them to enchanting characters. Now you can give stories that change lives. Go to magicofstorytelling.com to give all children the chance to follow their dreams.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500 starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
And For a limited time, Minnesota Flooring is offering you unbelievable pricing on tile and laminate. Porcelain tile only $1.59. Ceramic tile 99 cents. And 16 by 16 tile $1.19. Laminate flooring is only 99 cents. But these prices won't last. Don't miss out on these great deals. Hurry into Minnesota Flooring today.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So temperatures this morning are running around 5 degrees warmer than they were 24 hours ago. We're at 63 degrees the air temperature, and the reason for it is there's more moisture in the air. The more moisture you have, the warmer the temperatures are. The lower the dew point value, the lower the temperatures can fall. So we can't fall lower than a dew point value, which right now is 60, so it's not going to get colder than 60 degrees. That's the way it works. We have a little cloud cover around too. That's helping to hold some of the heat in and keep us a bit on the warm side as well. 63 Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, the same. 62 in Punta Gorda. We've got 65 degrees in Venice. Inglewood comes in at 65. Longboat Key at 66. And as I mentioned, Sarasota's at 63. The reason for that increase in cloud cover, which we have across the region right now, the high, thin clouds that have just moved in, is because of a developing low pressure area back to the west. That's the one that we've been talking about now for days, and that it will bring us increased rainfall. Models are continually suggesting a wetter and wetter scenario for Wednesday. I still think the heaviest of the rain is going to occur in the southern tip of the state and over on the other coast. But I do think that we're going to get some pretty good rainfall around here at times on Wednesday. So there's the area of low pressure located back around where this comma kind of wraps up around an area of low pressure. And that is producing some fairly heavy rainfall across the center part of the country. Thunderstorms generally, not looking at a severe weather outbreak here today, but it's going to be wet from the panhandle back to the delta. That low pressure area sinks southward. As it does so, it takes what is right now some pretty calm conditions on our Gulf waters and over the peninsula, and rapidly increases the moisture as our wind flow becomes steadily out of the south. With that increase in moisture in all levels of our atmosphere, the little kicker comes from that area of low pressure diving southward. When that gets into our near shore waters by tomorrow morning, we'll see numerous showers and lightning pops as well out in Gulf waters. I think the tendency will be, as that low moves closer to us, for those showers to be pushed further to the south, and then an onshore flow develop on the other coast, and there will be heavier rainfall there. Here's the RPM computer model. See if it suggests to you what I'm trying to describe. The area of low pressure advances toward our region. The showers kind of bust apart and favor the southern part of the viewing area and point south of that. Then the circulation around the low, which is going to take a long time to eventually cross the state, will bring heavier rainfall to the other coast as they get kind of an onshore wind flow. Nevertheless, because it takes so long to cross the state, because we do get some onshore flow, we could probably pick up over an inch of rainfall tomorrow. Severe Storm Prediction Center puts us in a category of only thunderstorms, not severe weather. These won't be a severe weather event, and in fact, the deep south tomorrow looks pretty good if you're flying. As far as the forecast goes, southeast wind at about 10 knots. Not a bad day for boating today, but of course that'll get worse tomorrow. Seas always higher in the vicinity of thunderstorms. There'll be some big storms in the Gulf. Everything kind of clears out by around dawn on Thursday morning, and so far the weekend looks great. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Checking Suncoast roads on this Tuesday morning. Pretty quiet right now in northern Manatee County. A little slowdown there on 41 northbound. Otherwise, pretty smooth. Let's look at State Road 70, usually an issue. There's a buildup right there on 301 northbound just before State Road 70. Let's take a live look right now at State Road 70 near the interstate, and we can report a bus. No, there's also some traffic out there. That is a busy spot of the Suncoast, so be wary of State Road 70 near the interstate. Always builds up quite a bit in both directions. Back to the maps right now, you'll see in Sarasota County, not too much to report in farther south in Midtown Sarasota County. Trust me. And in South County, so far so good. 5:50 as you wake up on this Tuesday morning.
This morning in your Health Smart, it's one of those age-old questions. Once you get the weight off, how exactly do you keep it off? Well, now experts say it may be as simple as a few supportive phone calls. Researchers at the University of Wisconsin looked at two groups over a 56-week period. One group had consistent follow-up phone calls and visits with dietitians. The other group did not. Now, the group that kept in touch and kept closer tabs on their weight did end up having better kept off that weight. They regained less than 2 pounds of their weight loss on average. The group that did not keep in touch put on more than 5 pounds on average.
In entertainment news, the Oscars this weekend in Hollywood. Here's a sneak peek now from ABC's George Panaccio.
It's called progress, not digress, so hopefully we keep pushing forward.
Joe Lewis and a crew of professionals are turning Hollywood Boulevard into what will soon become the world's most watched red carpet. Because of the rainy weather, some of the tenting is up early.
It makes it better for the people that are working, but more than anything else, it makes it better for the guests on Sunday. We're all here to work, and if a little rain's not going to kill us.
In a nearby tented area, Scenic Painters, Local 800, are giving the Oscar statues their annual makeover. They say they use a secret recipe of paint to get the gold color just right. And right next door, workers are getting all the drapery ready to hang, decor that's everywhere, but without much fanfare.
To the naked eye, you can't really notice it, but to us, it looks beautiful.
It takes thousands of yards of fabric to bring it all to life. There's enough fabric here to stretch from Hollywood to downtown LA. All this is in a day's work. But when people find out you're working at the Oscars,
they say, cool, man, can I get a jacket or something? Yeah, can I get an autograph? I go, look, I ain't that popular, okay? I just do the work.
I kind of see movies in spurts. I'll see like 4 or 5 one year, then none the next. I can't think of a great one I saw this year. Do you?
I can't either, but I know I have a whole long list of movies I want to see. I just haven't gotten around to it. So busy. Yeah. We all can relate on that one. Well, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
A whole festival featuring pet costumes? That's true. We'll show you where when we come back.
Way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
I won cash for life from the Florida Lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony. We're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
You can do something about a crime, any crime, and you can receive a reward of up to $3,000 cash. Call Crime Stoppers with information about criminal activity, unsolved crimes, drug dealers, fugitive criminals, stolen property, illegal weapons. Call 366-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Visit SarasotaCrimeStoppers.com. Download the Crime Stoppers P3 mobile app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play. Call Crime Stoppers 366-TIPS. Paid for by the Attorney General's Office, Crime Stoppers Trust Fund.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Over 100 standard and available safety features make the new Chrysler Pacifica a safe investment for any family. And right now, you can buy one for just $24,999 or save up to $11,000 on a new Ram Crew Cab during Ram Truck Month. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
How hard is it to stop a stroke? It is challenging, it is difficult, and every second counts. A comprehensive stroke center gives the patient a better chance to walk out with minimal to no disability. We are able to offer treatments above and beyond the standard 3 hours after the onset of a stroke. A place like Sarasota Memorial Hospital really increases those chances of giving back a better quality of life.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Well, if you're a fan of dressing up your pets, you're gonna want to see this. Take a look. A festival in Rio takes pet costumes to a whole nother level. Take a look at the famous street carnival parades known as Blocos. They took over the city this weekend, and pets were invited to the party at the carnival parade, where dozens of dogs were dressed up in costumes, parading around the avenue with their owners. Now, it was not all just for fun, though. Every year, the parade takes to the streets for a good cause, aiming to raise awareness of animal abuse. And I wish I would have known about that, because I totally would have made the trip to Rio.
I saw last weekend in Sarasota a little dog wear a visor. The owners put a little visor. Looks like he's going to play cards or something.
My mom always makes fun of me when I dress up my dog, but people do it all the time. It's totally normal, right?
Take some pictures. I'll make fun of you too. 5:56. We'll have more news after this. Stay with us.